Hi there, welcome to this vodcast on how to answer question 2 for the Unit 1 International Relations topic for Edexcel GCSE Modern World History. The presentation files for this and other presentations can be found at relentlesshistory.wordpress.com, and links will be made available at twitter.com/BrightonHistory, along with other revision materials. Well, let's get started. The first thing to make sure you understand is this, and it's really important. You're going to use source A, but only as a stimulus to support what you're about to answer. Do not use it to answer the question. You won't get any marks for referring back to just the information in source A. If we have a look at the question, it says outline. So we don't need to apply lots of detail. If we have a look at how much we've got here to work with, we're not expecting more than about 2 sentences, a point and a description. That would be about it. If we can do that twice, we're going to be doing really well. We can also see that the focus is on the actions President Carter took to encourage the Soviet Union to withdraw from Afghanistan. Wasn't very successful, but we can go with that. So, we have an idea here in the source. It says here he used the American government to support the Mujahideen, the rebel fighters, in their fight against the Soviet troops. But we need to apply more detail to that. We need to also think of other things that might be beyond the purview of this source. Think about the date, 1981. What had gone on before then? What had happened between 1979 and 81 we could refer to? So, make sure when you think of revision, it's more than just the steps or the actions. The question could also be about the decisions or the methods taken about this. Basically, we're adding to that knowledge, not whatever the focus was for question 1. So here's a possible answer we could go with. President Carter tries to make sure the Mujahideen were supplied. So that was kind of mentioned in the source. We get a mark for that. He reached an agreement between China, Israel, and America, and the CIA provide weapons and funds for the Mujahideen. So that's our extra information there, and that'll get us our second mark. Carter ordered a boycott of the USA in the Moscow Olympics. He did this to reduce the prestige the Soviet Union would gain. That would get the second mark. Now, that in particular, that area there is not mentioned at all on the source. So additional details provide you the ability to get that second and fourth mark after you've got your first 2 points. Now we can see here, award up to 2 marks for each outline of a step that Carter took. The second mark should be awarded for the additional detail. So, if we think about it, that was the point. That's the point. And here we get the additional detail. Okay. I mean, you could have a situation in which you might have a source talking about Potsdam and the Soviet reaction to this. It could be you could refer to the issue of Poland and then give detail about Poland. Give something about the A-bomb and how Truman tried to kind of pressurize Stalin with the A-bomb, and that those 2 examples would be the additional detail to go into. There's lots of examples here. It's just making sure that you've got that background knowledge, that narrative there to be able to work with. If you notice, look at this skill here, knowledge, recall and selection. They're not asking you to explain. They're not asking you to do any analysis. It's simple description. What do you know about this topic? Can you back it up with just that extra bit of detail to support what you say? Well, I hope that's been helpful. It's not a particularly long podcast because obviously this question's not that huge in number of marks. But just make sure you've got that background knowledge in all your stories about the Cold War. Treat it like a story first. Learn the narrative, learn the events, and that will support with why things are important for the later on questions. I hope this has been useful. Remember, you can find this vodcast and other ones on the YouTube channel, Relentless History, and also available on this website, and the links available on the Twitter channel as well. Well, thanks very much, and hope for good revision.